Alright, this is where all the old timer workings are. Well, actually, there's old timer workings bloody everywhere around here, but the more significant ones. And in the hard, shallow orange ground. So, I give this area here a good working. Alright, there's a target. I won't be able to hear because I've got the headphones on, but it's still there after a boot scrape. Yep, it's quite loud and chirpy. Have a look. Alright, yep. Out already. There we go, it's in my hand somewhere. Oh, look at that. First bit for the day. Nice little flat bit. Awesome. That didn't take long. I think what appeals to me most about gold prospecting is the unknown. You just never know what you're going to dig up. A lot of signals sound very similar, so until you dig it out of the ground, you never really know what lies beneath the surface. It's that sense of excitement and anticipation that's so addictive. I'm still fairly new to gold prospecting, but it's fair to say I've got gold fever. Alright, we've got another good target there. So it does sound a little bit shotgun pelletish, but anyway, we'll have a look. Well, got another target right here. It's very loud though. we'll see. Alright, it's out, but it's very, very loud. So I'm going to guess rubbish. Yep, little chunk of metal or something. It was right next to the first bit there, so I had my hopes up a little bit, but yeah, I'll move this big branch here, I think, now, and give this area a go over. Shotgun pellet. Alright, another target. Got it. Does sound like another shotgun pellet though. Oh, yeah, there it is. Bloody shoddy pellets. Alright, well, I'm just going to work this spot pretty thoroughly since I found that one bit. I can't see too many scratch marks around here from anyone else, so maybe it's a spot that hasn't been done overly thoroughly. Alright, got a better sounding target here, so I thought I'd film this one. That sounds pretty good. Where'd it go? Alright, let's have a look. Go on. Another bloody shotgun pellet. That one was loud. It's like a little bit flattened. Alright. Nice soft little target down in the orange clay there. Oh, we're out already. Alright, got it. Oh, it's a little bit louder. I'm not seeing any little round rolly things, which is always a good sign. Oh, yes I am. Bloody hell. No. Another decent sounding target. Yeah. Another shoddy pellet. Geez, they sound like a small bit of gold. Alright, there's another target. Yep, another bloody shotgun pellet. Fair bit of leaf litter for me to contend with, which is not great when you're running the STC. Not the most powerful machine, doesn't get a huge amount of depth, and a lot of the gold around here is pretty small, so need to try and push this coil underneath as many leaves and sticks and shit as I can. Check out that one. Completely covered over with little sticks. If you weren't careful, you walked on that, God knows how far you'd fall down. Alright, a boot scrape and a scrape. Target's still in there. It's in the red clay. Looks good. I haven't been filming every single bloody target anymore because I've just been finding absolute shitload of shotgun pellets. And that's boring to watch, but this one sounds pretty good. Alright, it's out. Oh, it's in a really nice red clay, so I found gold in it before in here. Alright, got it. Lucky first scoop. I think it's there. Yep. Oh, that just got a bit more chirpy. Oh yes, I think it is, So let me give it a bushman's wash. Yes, it is, beautiful. There we go, another nice little nug. It's also a spiky bit. Beautiful. Thought it might have been down in that stuff. Excellent. Alright, well, I'll start going over this area pretty thoroughly now. And I'll get the good camera out soon and get some better close-ups of the gold I found when I sit down and have lunch, probably. Alright, I've got a good target here, but now that I've set the camera up, it'll probably be a shotgun pellet. But I just did find a bit of gold back up there. Good looking soil. Alright, it's out already. Not as deep as I would have liked, but you never know. That first bit came from one scrape. There we go. Oh, that's quite loud. Oh no. There we go. A little bit of gold. There we go. Just there. It's only a tiny little bit, probably the smallest bit of the day so far. Gold nonetheless. There we go. Don't know if that camera's going to focus on it, but nice. For some reason, I've always had good luck in these areas where it's a bit hard to tell on the camera. It's sort of more open here, right? And it just gently slopes down, and you usually get a line of this thick bush here. I usually find it in the red clay along the edge of the scrub lines. Anyway, let's hope there's a couple more bits in here. You see someone else has had a dig there. It's quite a good hole. I imagine that was probably gold. And that's right where I found mine, so only 2 metres away or so. Yeah, I'm going to head down into there and have a look. Alright, I might film this one. This one is very faint until I boot scraped it. And then it kind of sounds a little bit wobbly now, so It's in the good clays. It's still there. I might start getting excited. Nah, out already. Sounds like it's in there. It's really wobbly and faint. Could be a tiny bit of gold. No, I think I just saw a tiny shotgun pellet, I think. Yep. Absolutely minuscule one. Sounded like gold. Alright. Got a decent little target there. I had a boot scrape and one scrape and it's still in. Oh, still there. Alright, that sounds alright. Soil's pretty soft though. So that should have got it. Alright. Let's have a look. What did I just do that for? Idiot. Every time I set the camera up, shotgun pellet. That was pretty deep. Oh well, soil was pretty soft. So with the SDC, that's sort of like the type of ground I'm trying to look for and target. Just shallow areas in general. This whole area through here is all reasonably shallow. Got this red clay kind of soil areas like that with the bedrock is exposed, indicating it's shallow, just because the SDC doesn't have like a huge amount of depth or anything. So there's another little, some bedrock sort of poking through. Trying to target those areas. If I get in the ground that's too deep, I usually just try and walk out of it and find shallow stuff pretty quickly. Just because, yeah, I never find junk in the deep ground. I've got to target this nice shallow ground. That's where I've had my most success anyway, so just try to do what has worked in the past and what is probably just best in general for the machine, trying to maximise its capabilities and maximise my time when I'm out in the field. That's where I just dug the shotgun pellet, just had some lunch. Anyway, I'm going to go back over to where I found that first bit this morning on the mullock heaps. Mullock heaps are just back through over here, and work around that area a bit more, and then I might drop down over into the gully a little bit and work my way back towards the car The afternoon is wearing on. All right, let's get back to it. All right, on my way back to the car, but got a nice sort of wobbly sounding target in there. Looks like, yeah, they're down in the natural bedrock. Shoddy pellets have a way of working their way down there though, but it's promising. It's out already. It's probably not going to be gold then. Shoddy pellet. It's the theme of today. Bloody shoddy pellets. Oh well. It's all part of it. Always love detecting this area. But so do other people. So it's pretty thoroughly gone over, but I found some decent chunks in here before. One thing about the SDC is it doesn't like the coil facing up. Lots of false kind of signal sounds with it. Much better when it's just nice and flat. But I suppose that could be pretty similar to most detectors, but particularly this one. Let me see, someone else has dug a dirty great big hole there. The old timers worked this gully extensively, so you get a lot of bits of old iron tools and iron sheeting and all kinds of old junk they left behind. Usually quite large and usually quite deep. Anyway, I've got an hour or so left before I head back to my room, rest up for the night and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a bit more of a full day because I'll be able to get up early. Won't have to travel here, so that'll be nice. Of course I didn't film the one where I actually got a bit. I'll just clean it up. Nice little chunky bit. The best bit of the day. Best bit of the day, and I didn't even bloody film it. That'd be right. But hang on, I'll give you a better perspective of where it was. I don't know if you can see the angle there. That's probably, it never shows up as well on camera. As steep as. Right there. One scratch and she was out. Obviously just a spot that other people didn't get to because this area has been flogged. Excellent. That's got away.
Oh, I didn't bring my scales. It's got a little bit of chunk to it. Oh, 0.3, I say, 0.35. Lovely. All right, let's see if we can get one more before I head back to the car. All right, I'm going to dig one last target before I pack it in. It's basically 4:30 now. I've only got half an hour's worth of light, but I don't know if you're about to see that. See there, there's an old water race. Pretty sure that's what it was anyway. The old timers dug. I've always done all right on the mounds, either side of them. Anyway, there's a target right by that root there. Just adjust the camera. Alright, let's see if we got it out. Yep. Alright, go on. Give us one more last little bit of gold. Although, knowing my luck, just be another bloody shotgun pellet. I think that's it. Got him. A little chirpy now. It was pretty low before. Oh, I think I just saw a shotgun pellet, I think. Maybe not. What do we got here? Shotgun pellet. Oh well. Finish the day the way I started it. Cleaning up the countryside of shotgun pellets. Oh well. Time to go check in my room and have a cold one. Alright, time to see how many leeches are on me. I think I can feel a couple on my feet. Oh, there's one big sucker. Don't know if he was there or not. Another one was there. I have to check my socks. One of the downsides of detecting where I do. Especially after a bit of rain. These bloody suckers. There's the other one. Bastards. I'm gonna have a couple of itchy spots on my feet for a while now. Oh well. Yep, there we go. There's today's tally. Some nice little bits there. That one there's the best bit. Chunky. It's got a little bit of a... I think it's got a little bit of quartz left in it. That big a bit. Come on, focus. There we go. Didn't bring the scales, but I'd estimate probably 0.4 of a gram all up. Not too bad. Alright, this is where I'm going to start this morning. It doesn't look like much. It's just sort of like a flat, open area. But one day when I was walking back to the car, I was just pushing the detector in front of me, not really thinking I was going to find much.
got a signal, but just down here on this, there's like a little bit of a, I don't know if that's an old dirt heap from the old timers or what, but got a signal, dug it, and just randomly found a bit of gold. So where there's one bit, I'm hoping there's a bit more. Anyway, that's where I'm going to start before I sort of push on over to like some old mullock heaps in a surfaced area, and then I might go exploring some new ground later this survey. Reasonably shallow ground here. Actually, it's all pretty shallow and hard, so yeah, see how we go. Going to be a beautiful day, I think. Magpies are singing. A little bit of high cloud, but the sun is out. It's nice and warm. It's rather cool this morning, so yeah, it should warm up a bit later. Should be nice. I'm running the steel phase booster, audio booster on the STC this morning. I would have run it yesterday, but I bloody forgot to charge it, so I just went with the standard headphones. Good thing about the audio booster is it really amplifies the signal, so a lot of those little faint target sort of signals you get just with the standard audio, that you might sort of walk over or miss or dismiss, that the steel phase booster really brings them out and usually gets me to investigate things a bit more thoroughly. So anyway, turn it on in a second and start swinging. Alright, first target of the morning. Didn't have to walk far. Oh, that's soft ground. That's going to be junk. Yep, out already. Where is it? There it is. Shoddy pellet. Alright, got a big soft Kinder surprise here. Initially, the signal was really faint. I thought it was just charcoal and that, but I got down into the red stuff and it's in this big clump. Shotgun pellet, is it? Yep. Another dirty shotgun pellet. No. Got one of the better sounding targets for the morning, and it's down in looks like bedrock there. It's only faint now, but promising. Oh, that's in the rock. I think it's still there. It didn't get much louder. Interesting. False alarm, I think. Bugger. Get a lot of these around here. It's mineralised rock. You won't be able to hear that because I've got the headphones on, but yeah, that was a much sharper target at first, and then maybe the machines balanced it out or something, but yeah, that was it. Alright, nice sounding target down in here. Ooh, still there. Oh yeah, it's in the good looking stuff too. Ooh. I might set the other camera up. Alright, I've had 2 or 3 digs now and it's still in there, some of the good stuff. Alright, this is the most promising target so far this morning. Million bloody tree roots in the way. Alright, we're out. stinking shotgun pellet, and it was down real deep into the good stuff too. Ow. Alright, got a good sounding target down in there. It's on a bit of a mully keep here, so have another dig. Yeah, still in there. A little further down than I thought. Over this way. Alright. That's got super screamy. That's probably a chunk of iron. We're out. Oh, fingers crossed. This is gold. This will be a good chunk. Oh, that screams. What have we got here? Kinder Surprise. Oh, no way. You're joking. Oh, look at that. Chunk. I thought for sure that was junk. Bloody hell. Yes. Well, I can't believe that. Come on, you stupid thing, focus. Nice chunk. Yes. That came from a reasonably deep hole too, just on the edge of a giant big old test hole, I guess you call them, or surfacing holes. And I was just seeing fresh sign over there from other people too. It's not like I had to push my coil under a bush or anything for that one. It was just, yeah, sitting there obvious. Goes to show, people don't get them all. Oh well, that's how deep it came out of. It sort of came from about here. So maybe, I guess once the top line, maybe 4 or 5 inches. But that was a distinct signal when I first swung over. It wasn't super loud. But yeah, as I got on top of it, it started screaming. I thought for sure there's definitely a bit of old iron or something like that the old timers left behind, because I've dug a heap of that here in the past. Laughing, absolutely laughing. So good. So happy with that one. That's really good. It's definitely my biggest bit from this area. So anyway, I'll thoroughly work this little spot. Never done this corner before. I've always sort of done down in front of me, where it's like open sort of surfacing work, and then over here to my left where there's a bunch of old shafts and mullock heaps and stuff like that. But this is on the side of it all, and it's a bit shallower. So, yes, score. Took a while. Had to wade through a fair bit of junk and a couple of false calls this morning. Ground noise and hot rocks and other stuff like that. So, well, persistence pays off, and let's hope I can get another one.
There we go. A modern bit of junk. Stainless steel. Oh well, as usual, it didn't have the bloody camera on, because I thought for sure it's just going to be a little bit of junk. I found nothing but junk in this area before. Never found a scrap of gold. But I'll be... Nice little chunk. Second bit for the day. Oh, I'm going to have to go over this area more thoroughly now for sure. Ah, excellent. And it wasn't even down in any clay or anything. This is all old rocks and spoil and whatever the old timers threw out. Yeah, nice. Pretty surprised about that last little bit, so I'm going to have to go over this area thoroughly now. Not that it bothers me. It's a nice shady area, reasonably open, so pretty easy to detect. I was going to go elsewhere, but maybe I'll stay here for a little bit, see if we can find anything else. But yeah, historically I found nothing but big old bits of iron and old timer junk in here, so. But it just goes to show, still little bits left. Alright, got a good sounding target here and it's in the good gravels. Still in there. Bit of old timer junk. Bugger. Alright, back to, I guess I call them the original mullocks because they're the first set of good diggings I found in here. And I found some pretty good gold over the time in here. Not huge amounts, but usually every time I'm in here I pick up one or two bits. We'll see how we go, eh? Jeez, I'd really like to know if someone's been in here with an 8,000, because I'm seeing a lot of really deep holes. Yeah, and I know like the 7,000 will find reasonably small stuff deep too, but I think the 8's on another level. Yeah. Oh, well, hopefully they've left some for me. Well, I made it back over to the new spot, I guess I'll call it. And I found a couple of little bits last time, the first time I'd been in here. I just was not doing any good at the old spots, so got a couple of hours left before the sun disappears. Probably finish up the arbo in here and see how we go. Alright, well, it started off as a fairly faint target. It's got very loud. It's quite deep. I got my money on junk, but let's have a look. Maybe it's just in that back wall there. Yeah, well, I got it. Ugh, the machine is absolutely screaming. Yep. Dirty big nail. Oh well. It's just another area that the old timers worked. The bush is reclaiming it though, so it doesn't really look like it, but yeah. All these piles of rocks. There's some shallow bedrock in here as well, and we sort of go down to a bit of a gully over there, get into some softer, deeper soil. I'll probably stay away from that and just work. Well, you can't see it. There's some like open little bedrock, red dirt sort of section through there. But yeah, I'll head through here to start with. See if I can find some more. They're only tiny little bits I found in here last time, but still. Gold's gold, and I'm struggling a bit today. Yeah, I was hoping to do better than yesterday, but I've got a couple of hours to try and achieve that. But yeah, anyway. All right, come on. we're out. Where is it? Alright, we got it. Oh, fingers crossed, come on. Amateur hour 47 for the day. Right there. Come on. Whatever it is, it's tiny. Not that. Finally. I knew it had to be down to that stuff. Hey, maybe I'll be able to see it. Tiny little bit. Yes. About time. There's a long time between bits of gold then, so. But generally when it's in that stuff, most of the time it's gold. So, and over this little section, they're only tiny little bits, but better than nothing. Yes. Walked a lot of kilometres today. Must have been out in the field just shy of 8 hours, so yeah, pretty big day swinging the detector. Glad to be back at the room, sitting down. The old back
feeling it a little bit, but yeah, I'm just going to sit back and relax in the room tonight. Cleaned up the gold. Looks pretty nice. Can't wait to get home and weigh it all up. It's a beautiful day out in the field though anyway. Better than being at work, but yeah, I'm going to have to start getting the head ready, mentally prepared to go back to work. I'll go back to work on Thursdays, and hopefully I should get these videos up within the next couple of weeks, so you guys can have a look. Hope you enjoy them. There's today's haul. Not as many as yesterday, but that bigger one's going to make up for it in weight, that's for sure. It's quite a unique looking piece. Very reefy, so obviously hasn't travelled far. Yeah, it's got to be a gram, I suppose. So I probably have a little bit over a gram all up there. Not too shabby, I suppose, but yeah, I was hoping to do a little better. But no, that's the way it goes. Yeah, when you zoom in on it, it's got a fair bit of character. Yeah, it's a really unique, cool bit. You know, every bit of gold is unique in its own right, but it's got a couple of little holes in it, and yeah, it's just really gnarly looking. Very happy with that bit. All right, way up time. Let's put this little note on first. Spiky reefy bit, 0.47. That's not too bad. Put the big bit on. 0.99. Just shy of the gram. 0.99. All right. .04. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. That's got to be one of my best results yet. Yeah, stoked. Awesome.